All right, ladies, gentlemen, others, we are back. I know it's been a week or two, but Steve was
Long summer
busy.
vacay.
Steve was busy repaying his debts to society for his actions on
Yeah.
January 6th. Steve, how are you doing?
I'm out. I'm free. And yeah, now I have a kid. That's new. Since the last time we've talked, I have a child.
You got a
I
what?
found out when I came out of prison that it's now legally mine. I asked to get the test done. She said no, just trust me on this one. And I said, all right, fuck it.
It's like
Let's
I'm
go.
gonna ask you to just go with it. I said,
Yeah.
yes, ma'am.
I
No,
just
I,
think it's
I
great that she got pregnant while you were in jail
yeah, that's what I was
for
confused
two
about too.
years, and you came out and was like, you know what? It's yours.
Yeah,
This
it
is
was
yours.
disturbing at
Yeah.
first, but then I was just like, now it makes more sense. The more
That
I
math
think
ain't
about it, it makes
mathing.
sense.
Well, that and your
Yeah,
baby's much cooler than you. So I say just give her your name, and hopefully that like gets passed down
that,
instead of
that's
whatever
the
you got
main
going on.
reason why I don't think it's mine. It's just because she's like way cooler than I am.
Yeah, she's
She's
already
got
like smoking a pack of cigs, and
Yeah,
she's just kind of a badass.
baby's first menthols.
Yeah.
she's got your beard.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah.
She's got my fucking stigmatism. I'm gonna keep bringing it up. My eyeball, guys. That's another thing that's happened. It's closing on me. I think by next month it's gonna be right here.
We're projecting how
Yeah,
open or closed it's going to be.
yeah. Maybe it'll be more open. Who knows? Maybe I'll feel good that day. It'll want to open up to more.
They'll just be, hey, what's going on, guys?
But
I say
Nick,
maybe you just wear glasses next podcast. Like every time we do this, you have sunglasses on.
Yeah,
You get the
I
Shady
mean,
Rays sponsorship.
yeah, sweet shady rays. Yeah,
tell them
I
to
love
cut the
their
check.
sauce and their shades.
Sweet baby back rays, baby back sunglasses.
I
Did
gotta
you have
bring
a
up.
question? No.
I no, I'm bringing up something right now. I
Okay.
know that me and Devin haven't podcasted in a while, but I know that Mr. Rice over here is taking his thoughts to other platforms. What the fuck are you? I mean, if you wanted a podcast about real estate, you could have fucking came to me and I could have told people what they should look for in a house. Kind
Listen,
of want,
the people, they had a need. There was a need in the market. I couldn't close the door because people were beating it down with the need for the podcast.
I think I'd be good at that podcast. I'm just going to be like, buy a solid gold house. And
Yep.
if there's a silver plated house, you're a cheap fuck. I want those really ugly like black tile bathrooms that you would see in like the late 70s, early 80s. All the black ceramic, beautiful, a lot of leopard. Make it a sex dungeon. This isn't even like real estate talk. It's just what I like in a house. I think I'd
Well,
be good at it.
you're showing yourself as a casual because that was part 2 of the episode. So
Oh
if you had
fuck.
listened to the entire thing, if you were an avid fan like you
Yeah.
claim to be, you would
Shit.
know that. We talked about the gold plated versus the silver
Yeah, you
plated.
got me actually. I was listening. I have comments on that.
You son of a bitch. Devin, you're in some type of amoeba type space. I don't. What do you got going on?
I'm in a new spot, new year, new me, new house. And it's in space. Yeah. Not a lot of real estate agents on the moon yet. And I really think if you're trying to plant your flag in a bait like market base, that could
Listen,
really
you want to
like
talk about
start moving like land. Like I think
lack of
the sky is the
competition.
limit.
Is it? I think it
Or it's
technically it's
not. Well, the
not.
sky is
Yeah,
not the limit.
technically,
It's
That's what
unlimited.
goes on the business card.
depending on who you ask, there is no limit.
Right.
So
Do you think there's a guy that like sorts out like, oh, when I want to go to the moon, I want to sell the first house on the moon? Like, get the fuck, take your capitalist shit, take it to fucking Venus for Christ's sake. The moon, we're keeping it sacred, very much. Very fucking. We're gonna share everything on the moon, just like God intended.
have you heard of the show For All Mankind?
No, who's in it?
It's Jesus. The guy from Suicide
Jesus is in
Squad.
it.
Jesus
Holy.
Christ, our Lord and Savior's in it.
Will Smith.
There's not a ton of people. Yes, Don Cheadle. There's not
Don
a ton of people
Cheadle.
that are in it. But it's a show where essentially the Soviets landed on the moon first, and then the NASA space program and kind of how everything evolves from there. I'm on episode, I think, 3, where at the end of episode 2, because they're competing, they're still trying to get to the moon, and then they get to the moon, and then Russia, they get somebody else to the moon, and this space person faces the camera, and they raise their mask lens, whatever, and it's a woman. And
Oh, I thought you were gonna say it's Hitler.
and this is it's female Hitler, and this is
fuck.
1969. The world is not used to seeing female Hitler on the moon, and
They just got over male Hitler. How are they
Yeah,
gonna take a female one?
like every 25 or so years we get this real bad character. And so then the United States is like, well, shit, they want women in space, we got to put women in space. And the guy Frank Sabatka from The Wire, he runs the NASA program, but he's like,
Oh,
he's like skinny now, which is
Oh,
kind of
that's-
weird.
that's not
Head's still
cool.
the same size though. So they're training these women to go into space. So I don't know. It's a decent
That
show
sounds like
overall.
some liberal gobbledygook, for Christ's sake. Women on the
for-
moon.
It's for
Neil
sure.
Armstrong would be rolling in his grave right now hearing this shit.
Buzz Aldrin would punch her square in the face.
He does fist fight people that
Yeah, he
talk
does.
shit about the moon, so he would fight a woman for it.
You can't tell him that didn't happen. People have tried that. And they haven't
What
lived to
kind
tell
of
the tale.
jerk off would do that, by the way? Like, you meet of some legendary guy and you're like, what you did is a bunch of bullshit, you fucking loser, you hack. Like, what do you expect the response is gonna be?
Well, here's my thing. So, like, there's the conspiracy theory that the moon landing is not real, right? And so if you say that to Buzz Aldrin, he punches you in the face. It's well known, it's well established. I feel like it's a little bit of an overreaction, kind of like methinks the lady doth protest too much. Like, maybe what's he trying to
Maybe
hide?
it is.
He's overcompensating for the
I don't
fact
think
that
so. I think that's probably coached at NASA. Like, you have to double down. If you turn it all the way up, he's really like, how do you not believe him?
They take a couple of hours learning of how to fist fight weekly. That's
What- like,
what they
what-
have to do.
What do you think of his response? He'd be like, well, who knows? Maybe we did, maybe we didn't.
Maybe.
Is that
Agree to
gonna convince you
disagree.
any better?
yeah.
Maybe we didn't.
Yeah, it's a
You
hill
just
you
gotta
kind of
go.
got to die on. I mean, you're going up to the moon, and I'm going to fight any motherfuckers trying to go up there next.
At what age can he get to where you're no longer afraid of him punching you in the face for saying that?
I mean, how old is he now?
He's all of the years. He's
But
so
he's
old.
buff still. He's like
Is he?
sexy.
Okay,
Yeah.
he's a sexy Buzz Aldrin.
He's like fucking hot right now.
Yeah, I think he was the GQ Man of the Year last
Yeah,
year. I
yeah.
think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds and Buzz.
Yeah. Okay. Well, today's Sunday, which means football's happening, and I have a take.
Yeah,
On
You
football?
ready? Yes. You ready?
it's rigged.
So, okay, aside from it being rigged, everybody is up in arms over like fantasy football over bye weeks, right? Because like
Okay.
they're all at different times and I got to switch my lineup around and yada yada yada. Also, there's teams that have bye weeks in like week 5 of the season and like week 14 of the season. Like way too early or way too late. And so my thought is, why don't they just do it like baseball does with the All-Star weekend? Everybody has the same bye week, like week 12, where they do the Pro Bowl festivities because they're not playing real tackle football anyways. They're just going to do flag football. Some guy's going to throw a football into a target or something. So you don't have to worry about people getting injured. And then everybody's got a bye week at the same
Dr.
time.
Pepper challenge at the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, I got like Clay Matthews coming back and like tackling dummy, whatever. So like everybody has the same bye week. Not only does it solve your problem for fantasy football, which I don't care about your fantasy football team anyways, but I do care about not having to hear you bitch about it. And you don't have people getting injured because they have to go the first 15 weeks of the season without having a week off. Thoughts?
I think you fixed the NFL. I think yet again, it's fixed.
Right?
Hey, I want to stop concussions too. So why don't we just make them all fucking? No, I don't like changing traditions. If you can't fucking handle it, And you go play your fucking baseball then, you
But
you
it makes
coward.
okay. Let's
Who are
say
you
we
hurting?
let's
Who
say
are
we
you
didn't have a
hurting?
system in place. Let's say we had no system in place. Who decided that like, oh, like 3 teams this week have a bye and like 7 teams next week have a bye and then there's no
Goodell.
buys? Like
It's Roger. He's just
who-
in the room. He's like, who does I now
what
want to see
sense
play
does that
today?
make? That's so much more of a difficult conclusion to come to than just a bye week 12.
Do you want the real answer?
No.
Give me a
Okay,
fake one.
then I find a fake one.
Like
All right,
real
Roger
fake one.
Goodell likes injuries. I mean, it's good when DeMar Hamlin is stroking on the fucking field. I'll be honest. It's
Comeback
good
player
for
of the year,
business.
DeMar
Yeah,
Hamlin.
Listen,
Yeah.
I thought I had the hot take in this scenario.
it's good. It's
Roger.
good. Losing Joe Burrow is good. Losing people is sweet. It's
These Warriors.
it's not
they
even a
put
good
their-
thing. Goodell thinks it's sweet that people get injured. It's not even like it's good for business. It's sweet.
It's sweet for business.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, there's the ambulance is coming to pick this person up, and it's sponsored by DeMar Hamlin. We got him on the back because like he died one time on Monday Night Football.
High fives all
Dude.
around. Press
I don't
box
know that-
going crazy.
Yeah, I guess I could see how you'd find that sweet. I
That's
guess.
that's my conspiracy theory is that he is dead. It's just it's like Avril Lavigne, that one. It's just a second DeMar Hamlin that's out there.
I
And
gotta
he's
say,
worse at football.
he put the Bills in a really tough position by being the guy that died and also not being that good at football. Because
Yeah.
like you can't cut him. You can't cut him. He's
They had
he's
a
not good.
prime spot for a new player, and they're stuck with this fucking guy again.
They're like, God damn it! Why couldn't it
can't-
happen to
you
like
can't
Von
cut him.
Miller?
Yeah.
If you-
well,
if you were an
well,
owner of a team,
Not well.
if you were an
bad example.
if you were an owner of a team and let's say someone dies and you had to pay him 3 more years of your contract, would you just be like, well, that's it. That's how the cookie crumbles, or would you pay the family for the 3 years?
No, you let
Look
him
at my
like
smile.
you do what the Bills did. You healthy scratch him for most of the season. He gets in for like a half at some point, and then in the off season you cut him and nobody remembers. I think that's kind of what you let him win comeback player of the year because of
The
course.
dead guy?
come back
Yeah.
from death, player of the
Yeah.
year.
Yeah, dude. If you come back from death at all
Come back
and play
alive,
football,
player of
I
the
don't
year.
care if it was like 6 plays and you were bad during those 6 plays, you're gonna win it.
That's
know?
true. Yeah. But I'm saying like really dead, like he doesn't come back. Do you pay the family the money that was in the rest of the contract, or
I
you're
don't
just
think
like,
so.
fuck it? You know,
No,
I
Unless
don't give
one of
a
them
fuck.
plays.
Like, here's the
No.
One of
thing.
them has to suit up.
From a strictly business standpoint, like it's not like he was a 5-time Pro Bowler. All like it's not that
yeah,
much
no,
money
say it.
to
Say
spend
it. He
on
was
good
shit.
PR. He was not.
Say it.
He wasn't making that much money. It's good PR. It doesn't cost you that much.
To pay him?
You pay the family. What he's
The
making
family,
800.
what is this? The fucking Gabba family
He's-
over
he's
here? We're talking
making-
about he's not
making-
getting whacked.
He's making 800 grand a year. You let Warwick Dunn's charity build him a house, and you
Yeah,
fucking let you
true.
forget about it.
Little guy building that place. It's probably going to be a little too small, but it'll be all right.
Yeah, it's him and Gerald Ford. Who's the president that's building
Gerald
houses?
Ford and Buzz Aldrin. And
Yeah,
that's the show. Okay, thanks guys. Bye.
That was all we had.
That's it.
if you come out here and you say that Buzz Aldrin didn't build the house, he'll punch you right in the face.
I think a Buzz Aldrin punch right now kills DeMar Hamlin, to be honest. Finishes him. Like
I
Mortal
don't know that you want to
Kombat
try
style.
it. Yeah.
If I died on a football field, I'd probably just stop playing football. But that's just me. I don't know.
You kind of, if you died, you kind of have no option but to
What a
stop
hot
playing
take.
football. No,
Yeah, but he's probably, if he didn't play football, he'd probably be flipping fucking burgers at Burger King next week if he didn't have that job. No offense to
Burger King.
You know,
Lamar.
I mean, he could have somebody fake write a book and put his name on it and do tours of when I died in the NFL.
yeah.
Oh yeah, you
What did it
absolutely.
feel like?
As soon as he gets cut and nobody else picks him up, then you're going book tour.
Gotta do book tour.
He
don't-
did die for like 5 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's sweet. What do you think happens? Like your brain, you see your like brain shit. You're like, oh fuck, oh I'm dying. Like what happens?
I think that's exactly what happens. I think
Wait,
you
let me
nailed it.
do.
Then we'll give him
Oh
more.
god, fucking day. That's your brain getting all the shit out. You know, that's what they say.
Yeah, you just get in the goop for a while. You're
Yeah.
just kind of
He's
in
in
the
the-
goop.
That's a doctor's term. He's in the fucking goop. Hurry the fuck up. Get the panels.
Somebody save this man. He's in the goop. He's been in the goop for nearly 4 minutes. He's not
He's
getting
gonna
any
play
oxygen.
next week. Yeah.
Yeah.
Get him out the goop.
Aaron Rodgers
I knew a
coming
kid
back.
who died for 10 minutes. That's because he
Yeah.
drank too much alcohol. He didn't die in a football field.
can
But
do
that's
that?
yeah. He
10
got
minutes
a
is a long time.
no. It was probably like 2 minutes to be honest.
what a
But I
pussy.
like to. It's called the story exaggeration.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So he's okay, but I was like, when I first heard about it, I was like, that's pretty fucking funny. And he was like, no, it really wasn't. I'm like, are you sure about that? He's like, yeah. I'm like, okay.
You didn't ask him about the
Are you
goop?
sure that it's not cool that you died
So you're in
for
the goop.
upwards of 10 minutes? Because it sounds sick.
Yeah, it sounds pretty funny.
Me and my friend Roger think it's pretty sick that you died for a bit.
It's
pretty sweet.
for the NFL, but you
It's-
died
yeah,
for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Devin, you had something that you wanted to talk about?
Are we doing our topics today?
Sure.
I know you guys are crazy for the NFL since it's Sunday.
I'm not.
But I'm a true hockey fan, and the stories in the NHL sometimes can be just as good as the stories in the NFL.
Do tell.
The Corey Perry saga with my team, the Chicago Blackhawks, is unreal.
Your team?
our
Yeah.
team.
Yeah, I'm thinking about purchasing them actually. They
Oh,
will be my
okay.
team eventually.
Oh,
It's in escrow to be your
But
team.
just the saga of an organization who cannot figure out, no matter what they do, it is the wrong move. They cover it up, that's a bad move. The story comes out and they address it and do the right things apparently, but they don't
Well,
give
let's-
enough details. Then like
back
it
up.
escalates into like
Let's explain what it is. What is
So-
this rumor?
the rumor was, I mean, if you go all the way back, some details came out about misconduct that Corey Perry had with the team, and he was suspended. And the team says we don't want him on the team right now, so he's been removed from all activities. Through his agent, Corey Perry says he stepped away voluntarily to handle some things outside of hockey. It happened around the mom's trip, which is the
Oof.
trip where all of the moms on the team travel with the team.
MILF
They
trip.
cenote.
Sure.
It was also news that like Corey Perry was brought onto the team to be sort of a role model father figure for first overall pick,
A
Connor Bedard.
stepfather figure.
and he took it very seriously. The rumor is that he took that job very seriously and may have been involved in relations
with a
with
mom.
Connor Bedard's mom. And it blew up and escalated. And since the team didn't outright address it, like that wildfire just grew and grew and grew to the point where like Winnipeg beat writers were asking Connor Bedard about that
Like,
rumor
His mom
post
getting
game
fucked.
just this weekend. Yeah.
Corey
Which is
Perry
wild.
fucked your mom. Tell us your thoughts on that.
How do you feel about it? But like,
Imagine you guys have to go to work one day and you're getting an interview to be like, so I saw that your mom got stuffed over the weekend. How does that feel?
but
And you're-
imagine
and you're
that,
like
that guy
19.
works with you. Imagine that you have to go into work every day and like
This 35-year-old's fucking your mom,
the guy's
and you
banging
gotta
your
work at the
mom.
same job.
Yeah.
But like whether
listen,
it's true or not true, he like that's how he's starting his story in the NHL. It's no longer is he the next Gretzky. It's no longer can he save a franchise that has been just in the toilet for the last 8 years. Every time he steps on the ice, no matter if it's true or not, he's getting chirped about the guy.
well, now he needs to be Wayne Gretzky because now he's chasing the Corey Perry fucked your mom allegations.
Yeah.
And
I mean
what
that's
do
a
you-
stat that Gretzky will never have though. So he's already one up on the great one, which is
I
This is
mean,
true.
could I say I don't blame Corey Perry at all. I mean, this guy. I mean,
one. I don't think it's
Legend.
true. Well, I don't think that's
I
the
think it's
reason
true.
why he
Well,
got let go.
I think it's true.
it's
Listen,
something that
the team said
also has
be
to
a
be-
father figure. He's
Work.
just method acting. He's
Yeah.
like
What do you
Daniel
think it is?
Day-Lewis.
he's just a drunk at a party. Who gives a
I think
fuck?
so. Yeah, I think
Well, he said
whatever it
alcohol-
is has to be so bad that they're choosing not to release that information and
Yeah,
let
like
the other
fucking a
rumor just
superstar's
like
mom.
go. Yeah,
That's bad, but that's cool because she's only like 27, right? I mean, no.
she is a rocket.
Yeah,
like,
I
she is
mean-
trending. I'm sure we've all looked her up at this point.
Yeah. No, I'm a devout. I can't. But my eyes wandered in this one, and yeah, I don't know. Like it's if he like fucked like Philip Roos's mom, not our friend, the guy on the Blackhawks. I don't think he would give a
Then
fuck.
it's fine. Then it's then
Yeah,
it's
if it
cool.
wasn't the best player on their team, I mean, he
Yeah.
would have gotten away with it. Would have been a sick story. And it's
Literally
not like,
all of the other mom, any other mom.
yeah, yeah, he could have fucked his own mom, and it would have been a better. It would have been that big. Well, maybe it would have been a big story. No, don't. Besides the point,
Depends
it's not
who
like,
you ask.
yeah,
Or if it was
it,
somebody's wife, sometimes that one kind of gets overlooked a little
Patrick
bit too.
Sharp. There we go.
We've had that also. Hey-o.
Sharpie. This team always. This team's like the Desperate Housewives this franchise for the past 15 years. He's fucking him. He's sucking them. It is like the Aristocrats, dude. You can get Gilbert Godfrey in there, and he's talking about who's fucking who by someone.
He's the next bench coach.
You are fucking. No, I gotta get that in tune again. It's not. It's I'm off.
Yeah, practice
yeah.
that.
Give me a
Yeah,
week.
practice that. We'll come
But
back.
it's. I thought redemption would be Bedard would be fucking Corey Perry's mom, and it would just it would squash it. But then
You'd
I
have
realized
to. Yeah,
Corey
you'd have
Perry's
to let
mom
this
is
guy.
probably like 65 years old. She's probably a bag of milk. So it's like,
Doesn't
why
matter.
would he want to? Why
It's
would
the
he want to do
principle.
that?
You'd have to be, and then then you're even footing again.
Listen, if she looks anything like Corey Perry, you can keep your principles. I'm all set. Thanks,
For
but no
the sake of
thanks.
the team, you're gonna keep the team together.
She's a grinder.
I gotta
She's
have
good at it.
sex with Corey Perry's mom for the sake of the bonds.
Yeah, you have to do it. Then it's
Fine.
even. Then the
I-
balance is restored.
All right.
Wasn't Corey Perry playing all right too? Like,
Yeah, he
wasn't-
had like an OT winner a
Yeah,
couple games
yeah,
before
like-
that. He was kind of crushing it.
fuck is going. At least trade him. Why the fuck let him go? You guys are just idiots.
But just like the whole way it was handled, I think is unbelievable. So you're just going to suspend him. And we're not going to tell you why, but also the post before that is Hawks enjoy mom strip in Florida.
We're suspending Corey Perry for not fucking Bedard's mom.
And,
Dude,
like,
you
I
gotta
don't
just
know.
make something up. You gotta be like,
Anything.
it's because of this thing that happened, and somehow
Yeah.
fabricate some proof that is the thing.
Yeah.
You
Right.
can't just let that. I think they've had so many bad stories that they're just like gun shy and they don't know what to do, and so they just panic and
It's just
always
always
do
the
the wrong
yeah.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah, that happens. They should have
What do you
said
mean?
like he got drunk and talked shit to Buzz Aldrin. That would have fucking gotten people
He
stirred
told
up.
Buzz Aldrin he didn't land on the
And
moon.
he's a fucking liar.
Buzz fractured his orbital bone. He's out 6 to 8 weeks.
I'll be at the game Tuesday, so I'll try to be cheering.
I went last Tuesday. It was like the good old days when you could buy tickets for like $10 and sit
Bro,
wherever
they're
you want to.
Bad. They're gonna get the
Is it-
number 1 overall pick again.
Good.
I hope so.
They should. That's
I
what
don't know,
happened when
the-
they first started winning.
The San Jose Sharks, I think, are going to be like go
They're
down in history
stinky.
as
They're
the
stinky.
worst.
But it's all
still a
draft
lottery,
lottery.
though.
Yeah, they like the Blackhawks more,
They
so
don't
they're
want
going
San
to
Jose
give them
getting
the
in.
pick.
That's how
Duh.
we got the guy that got his mom fucked.
Yeah,
That's how we got
yeah.
him.
That's how I
Yeah.
know him. That's that. I don't. No one can change my perspective of it anymore. That guy's mom got fucked by someone. Oh,
I would
that's all I
say that
know.
Corey
Well,
Perry
yeah,
is probably also in the
technically
goop.
we all did. All of our moms. That's how we
Technically,
got here.
Your mother was fucked at one point. It's disgusting. I know. Get
You
it
come out
over
of
it.
you come out of the goop, you go
You're
into the goop. It's
Nobody-
it's
and
all
nobody-
goop related.
Nobody
goop
lost
hour.
their job over it.
Right.
Yeah,
Simpler
no.
times.
When we're
We used to
born,
be a
we come out
proper
of the goop,
country.
and when we die, we go back into the goop.
Oh God, that team is a mess.
And I think with that, we'll go ahead and wrap it up. Any parting words?
We're,
Steve the
we're not
Pirate?
even talking about college football playoff that came out today.
Yeah, I don't. Here's my thing. College football. That's the most rigged game in sports. Fucking. Who did Nick Saban? How many mullers did he had to fuck to get into that little position?
He beat Georgia, but then like
Oh,
if you're
yeah.
gonna put them in, you
Forgot.
got to put in. It happened yesterday. You got to
Oh,
put in
fuck.
Texas because Texas beat Alabama. And
Did you
Right.
see? Did you see the Undertaker gave the belt to?
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on? He looks old. It makes me
Yeah.
sad.
He is
He really
old.
looks like he's
Wrestlers-
dying.
He's
A
very
wrestler's
old.
age in dog years.
He's a dead man walking.
He's fine. He'll be fine. I'm sure. You can't. Florida State. I don't. people are saying, "Oh, so I guess games don't matter. I guess games don't matter." What do you want? You want them to put them in and then get blown out by 50 next week or in January, whatever?
I don't know, if you don't lose and somebody else does lose,
I would
Like,
agree
well-
with you, except for the fact that the college football playoffs is chosen by a committee.
You know who one of the people
It's
is,
not
right?
it's not like the NFL where there's divisions and conferences and there's rules and all this. It's chosen subjectively by a room of people. So
One of
if
them
you're
being
gonna
Condoleezza
wrong.
Rice.
Yeah.
if you're
Condoleezza
gonna let
Rice.
those people, if you're gonna let those people pick, make them pick the best matchups.
Condoleezza Rice said, "Fucking fuck you, Florida State, with your pussy ass quarterback."
But if
I
it's
love
the best
fucking-
matchups, like when you say then Georgia is better than the other 3 teams that are
Oh
in
yeah,
it,
they should. They definitely got more screwed than Florida State did. Georgia, they definitely did.
don't
Watch,
you
yeah.
think like
Watch
Georgia
who
is
went
better
to
than
watch-
Washington
just
or-
lost yesterday.
Washington versus Texas. I know Texas has been good recently. I don't really. That game's gonna be whoever is gonna
Well-
lose to Alabama. That's really what it is.
The problem is that they wanted to put Alabama in because they beat Georgia, but then if you do that, it's hard to justify not putting in the team that beat them in their own house. Florida
Then
State,
fuck Washington. I don't give a. Washington can go fuck
Washington,
themselves.
yeah.
Like I don't want to watch like Pac-12 football. Big whoop. Everyone says they're so great. I don't care. I don't think it was that competitive. They're gonna get killed by Texas. I think it's gonna be Texas, Alabama. Alabama wins by 35, and it's
Are they doing
fucked.
16 teams next year?
12.
12.
12 teams next year?
It'll be exciting. Just
This
another
is
way for
also-
Bama to squeak in.
Yeah, this is also the last year we get to have this argument. So
But you'll still get blowouts, like crazy blowouts for the first round. Because I think the one
Sure,
seed's
but
probably
there'll
destroying the
also
12
be
seed.
like actually some competitive games because if you look at the history of the college football playoffs, the average margin of victory for every game is 19 points. So
Pretty
none
close.
of these games have been
Lame.
good. So yes, if you expand,
Snoresville.
there's going to be some big blowouts, but there should also be at least a few close games because like
That's what you're
we've
hoping
been-
for.
we've been doing this for what 8, 9, 10 years and it's sucked every time. Like how many good there's been 10 years there's been like 3 good games. So I don't know. This doesn't necessarily solve the problem because in college football there's such a disparity between the best team in the country and the 10th best, but you should get at least 1 or 2 good games every year. I would hope.
I have a side word.
No.
Bringing back my point about the WWE, they should get a bowl game, and then instead of the winning coach gets Gatorade poured on them, they take a chair shot to their back after they win. They just get
It's a-
fucking mauled.
It's a Gatorade jug, but it's full of razor blades, and they dump it
Oh,
on them.
Jesus.
Thumbtacks. Oh my god!
Yeah, they hit the game-winning coach in the back with a baseball bat with thumbtacks in it.
Yeah, I would like Dabo Sweeney to make that bowl game. Then hopefully they win. Wait.
You want the college football championship trophy? Well, it's on top of this cage that we're currently lowering onto the football field. How bad do you want it?
Well, what
I,
coach you taking? Like, it's got to be one coach. That's the tournament. Which coach do you think can reach off of the triple cage?
None of them are very spry. I got it. Like Dabo is kind of a
Maybe
bitch,
Dabo.
but like he does seem the most mobile.
Right.
Bootlicker too. No, he's
Yeah.
not.
All right.
I had to buy a birthday card for my nephew, and I wanted to-
What are
Is
you?
your
why are you
brain
talking-
shutting down?
Yeah,
Are you reading
my
a
brain is. I
hostage
need to
note?
charge my
Uh,
brain.
You don't
No, but I
pass
got-
those
I was
I'm not a
looking-
robot, like pick the 3 cats thing very often, do you?
I was shut the
You're
fuck up.
guy
Shut up.
scooping out.
Okay,
No,
go
I
ahead.
was talking about card writers. I want to learn how to get that job because there's some fucking horrible cards that are not even funny. I took a picture of one because I didn't even understand what the joke was. So
Okay.
here's the front of the card. It says "Fun Nature Fact number 53: Rooster farts. Scientists say that they do exist." And then you flip
That's
the card,
hilarious.
but they're very rare. So are amazing boys like you. Happy birthday. What the fuck is I don't know what the joke is. They're like rooster farts. And then it's just like the new sentence. I don't even know what the fuck like Scientists say that they do exist, but they're very. Oh, I get it. They're very rare, and amazing boys are rare too. I get it. I get it.
All right.
That
Uh,
was the wildest segment we've ever had on this show.
no,
Let's
I
say
get
you let's say you get the job at Hallmark, and we'll end on this.
Yeah.
And what's your piece de resistance? What's your work of art card? What's that ideal funny card you got?
9/11 was a national tragedy, and then you flip flip it over, and then, but it's not as amazing as a boy like you are. Happy birthday. That's my book.
You did a 9/11 section.
And then you have like the pull thing where it's like the plane hits it, and then like you know how those cards are now.
Jesus. This descended into goop very quick. Today.
Well, it's better. You know, people like more edgy shit nowadays, man. No one wants to hear about fucking Rooster. People joke about 9/11 all the time now. So I want to get my kicks in on the card game, you know?
Really took the restrictor plate off for the first episode back, eh?
I might actually do this every week. I'll come up with a new card. Because
Yeah,
I think
that's
I
a good
am better than
segment.
half of these fucking bastards. They don't know how to make funny shit. The
Well-
rooster farts is still fucking my brain up.
Now you have the opportunity to prove them wrong.
Yeah, I have a platform where I'm gonna fuck these dudes over, and I'm gonna build a gold-plated house off of the card money I'm gonna make right now. Thank you
Just
for
as
this
long as
opportunity.
it's not silver.
I know that's cheap shit. I can't have that in my house. It's gold only.
All right. Well, we'll see you next week. We'll see what happens. See you
Bye,
in
guys.
12 months. Who
It's
knows?
it's either next week
No,
or 2
it's
years
next.
from today.
It's
we'll
in
be back.
January of 26. I think we have it marked down for. Maybe we'll do it next week. I'll let you know how if Bedard answers any of my questions about him fucking his mom. Oh wait, I don't know what's going on.
Could you
Bye.
imagine the OnlyFans money Bedard's mom would make? Oh, buddy.
Yeah, you know I'm a top subscriber.
Oh man.
Okay. See ya.
Bye.